Photoshop offers several precise alignment and distribution tools. By harnessing these, your graphics can look more professional. Let's see how. I can go ahead and click on the first image, right hand, and then hold down the Shift key and click on the second image, left hand. In earlier versions of Photoshop, you'll want to go ahead and click on the two images and link them together using the link column. Go ahead and select the Move tool, and then in the Options bar you have several important options. I'll go ahead here and specify that I want to align the bottom edges. Now, if you'd like to align these to the page, you can go ahead and choose Layer, Group Layers, which puts the two layers into a folder. I can now select the background by shift-clicking and choose to align this both horizontally and vertically on the page. Let's go ahead and turn that group off, and we'll go to the next four images. Click and drag up. These images have been aligned, but let's go ahead and move them around a little bit. We'll just reposition them. There we go. I'll select those images and go ahead and specify that I'd like to align them along the bottom edge. And then I get a new choice, which is Distribute, which will place an even amount of distance between the center of all four objects. Let's distribute those horizontally. There we go. Same thing now, we could press Command G or Control G to group them, select the background, and align them to the page. Let's turn that off. Go to our next layer, which is Key. This layer can now be locked. You have three types of locks. You can lock the transparent pixels, lock all the pixels, preventing any modification to the data, as well as lock the position. I've chosen to lock the position and the transparent pixels around the key. I can now select the paintbrush. Let's press B for brush, and I'll make the brush bigger. There we go. And I'll pick a different color. Let's just use red. And now we can go ahead and paint on the image, but we don't have to worry about staying inside of the lines as the transparent pixels have been locked. Also, if I were to select the Move tool and try to reposition this image, you'll see that it will tell me that the image cannot be moved because the layer is locked. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Next, we have a new object that's been created using shapes and layer styles. Oftentimes, you'll need to merge these layers together in order to create a new document or a new layer for alpha channels or related issues. If I select these three layers, I could choose Layer, Merge Layers. However, that permanently merges them and gets rid of the ability to make future changes. Let's choose Undo. By selecting a layer up at the top that's empty, I could then hold down the Option or Alt key and choose Merge Layers, and it will merge a copy to that top layer. Notice we have now got a new merged copy with all of the previous layers left behind. Turn that off. Next, we have a cloud and a texture. If we want that texture to only appear within the cloud, I can choose Layer, Create Clipping Mask. You'll notice in the Layers palette that it has now been indented and is applied just to the cloud. We can move the texture around and it only appears in the opaque areas of the cloud shape below it. Let's turn those layers off and go up here to our headlines. One other thing that you can use are the layer groups or sets inside of Photoshop. This group here contains one headline. If I turn that off, I can turn the next one on. And notice that each headline is grouped into a folder. This way I could quickly show new options. And those groups are placed inside of another group, which can be twirled up, making it easy to organize. The Layers palette offers several important organizational tools, and I suggest you get comfortable with all of them. From color coding, which is simply an option double-click away, to custom naming by clicking on the name, to the align and distribute and grouping commands we've already explored. Keep your layers organized, and future changes as well as animation will be much easier.